Hello, welcome. In this short video, let us look at the relation between the diagonal elements of the Fisher information matrix and its inverse. Specifically, we want to prove that ith diagonal element of the inverse Fisher information matrix, defined as I inverse of theta II, that is the ith diagonal element of the inverse Fisher information matrix, is always greater than or equal to inverse of the ith diagonal element of the Fisher information matrix. So let us look at the proof for this inequality. Consider the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Consider vector x and matrices f of theta and g of theta. Then the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality is x transpose multiplied by the matrix f of theta and g of theta multiplied by the vector x whole square is always less than or equal to the product of x transpose f squared of theta x and x transpose g squared of theta x. So this is the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality for the matrices f of theta, g of theta and the vector x. Now by using x equal to ei, where ei is a zero vector except at the ith place, that is the elements of the vector ei are zeros except for the ith location where it is 1. So given this vector x equal to ei and f of theta is equal to the square root of Fisher information matrix, that is I of theta power 1 by 2, and g of theta is equal to square root of inverse Fisher information matrix. Then by using these definitions in the inequality, we have ei transpose I theta 1 by 2 power 1 by 2 I inverse theta, that is Fisher information inverse of the Fisher information matrix power 1 by 2 into ei modulus squared is going to be less than or equal to ei transpose I of theta, that is the Fisher information matrix. Since this is f square of theta, so we have I of theta here multiplied by ei, and then ei transpose I inverse theta ei. Now by using the definition of ei as a zero vector except in the ith place, we can clearly see that the value on the left hand side clearly becomes 1 into I of theta, and since this is I of theta power 1 by 2 into I inverse of theta power 1 by 2, this is clearly square root of the identity. On the left hand side, we clearly have 1 because the vector ei is clearly below. Now the left hand side can be simplified as ei transpose into ei, because when you multiply I of theta with its inverse, it becomes an identity matrix, and therefore we only have ei transpose multiplied by ei. Therefore we have ei transpose into ei squared, the modulus squared, is less than or equal to, we have ei transpose I of theta, that is the Fisher information matrix, into ei, and then we also have ei transpose I inverse theta ei. And then by using the definition of the vector ei, this is clearly equal to 1, and then on the right hand side we have the ith element in the diagonal of the Fisher information matrix, so we have I of theta II, that is ith diagonal element of the Fisher information matrix. And similarly we have ith diagonal element in the inverse Fisher information matrix. Therefore we have the following result, that is the ith diagonal element of the inverse Fisher information matrix is clearly greater than or equal to inverse of the ith diagonal element of the Fisher information matrix. Note that the equality holds only when the Fisher information matrix is a diagonal matrix. That is, all the off-diagonal elements are zeros. In that case, the equality holds. Let us look at a special case where we have I of theta is equal to the values A, B, B and C. It is a 2 by 2 Fisher information matrix. In this case, clearly the inverse Fisher information matrix is equal to 1 by AC minus B square, that is the determinant of I of theta multiplied by the matrix C minus B and A. So this is the definition of the inverse matrix for a 2 by 2 matrix. By using this definition and the inequality, we can clearly see that the value C by AC minus B square, that is the first diagonal element, is clearly greater than or equal to the inverse of the first diagonal element in the Fisher information matrix. And similarly, A by AC minus B square is also greater than or equal to 1 by C. And clearly the inequality becomes equality when B is equal to 0. That is, I of theta is a diagonal matrix. Thanks for watching.